Well, ladies and gentlemen, I decided to come back on here. We have a full moon. It's very quiet out here. Um, and like I said earlier, I just got back on YouTube after several months of laying low and working on my real life, if you will, of speaking, university, and doing podcasts and writing. And I just decided to get back on here and continue to document the strange things that are happening. Um, Today I accomplished something significant. There has been a broadcast of children's music and nursery rhymes and cartoon noises all the time when I go out into the back porch and chill out and meditate and hang out. As soon as I get out there, there'll be this broadcast of this goofy, just cartoon. Sometimes kids laughing and like really loud coming through the woods. And I knew it was artificial, And I was able to locate the house, which is like almost a half a mile away. And I always pass the house every day on the main road, and I remember seeing somebody move in there a couple months ago, and I never saw the person, but I saw the big pickup truck with the out-of-state plates from my home state, and I just knew it was a perp house. And um, today I moved up on it. I drove up there and located the noise. It was coming from the backyard. It's a big fence, and there's a porch, and it was just blaring that loop of like cartoon noises and stuff. So they play that every time I go out on the back porch, and that's pretty creepy if you think about it. Like just continuous exposure to goofy sound effects from cartoons. I mean, that's really twisted. To have that going all day while I'm hanging out in the back porch. That's a psyop. And that there's also discovered some type of adhesive substance that was sprayed or thrown against my window. And we've had it happen on our back porch sliding glass door, the same type of thing about 2 weeks ago. Also had some gunshots, like about 100 rounds going off in the woods right next door to my house. And again, it's when I go out in the back to sit and like watch birds and stuff, all of a sudden this guy's, whoever it is, just starts squeezing off like 100 rounds from sound like a 9mm. And I have PTSD. I'm a war veteran, so that's never a good thing to have gunshots going off in the woods right next to my house. And this is a residential neighborhood. It's illegal to do that, but they were doing it. So it's all part of. Oh, and then the other thing that was weird was I talked about this, I think, in my brief that I did the other day. I found some tire marks on the driveway, and it was pretty, like, it had just happened, like, the day after. Like I pulled up, and the next day I went out to do something, and I saw these fresh tire marks all over the driveway. I talked to my roommate about it, and he's like, yeah, he didn't know it. He's like, yeah, I don't know who did it. And then the next day at 11:11, I get a phone call, and it says the title of the phone is or driveway maintenance. So that's just really bizarre. Um, and the people too that I've been dealing with. You don't know if these. I mean, you think about this mind control stuff, and are people actually being controlled? Like because they flip the script, like that guy Dr. De Facto talks about on his channel about people like that you're friends with or you get to know. They flip the script. All of a sudden, like they act real mean. And there was this woman I was dealing with who I was honestly just trying to be friends with her, and because she was former military and she was targeted as well, and I was talking to her every day because she was going through the same thing I was, and then like she just got real nasty, like mean and nasty out of nowhere, and I was just like, I stopped talking to her, and you know, you wonder if she's getting mind controlled to be nasty to me, to hurt me, because it just came out of nowhere. And that's just something to consider as you go through this program, that the people that are close to you might not even have any control of what they're doing. I don't know. But I'm going to continue to keep you folks posted, and feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I'm not trying to do anything with this channel. I know there's people out there that are like doing strip teases for money and stuff, but for money, I have no desire other than to just illuminate this sinister psyop that's been going on. And it could be generational for me, because my father had a very interesting background, and I remember as a young kid strange things happening on the road, driving with him, like being boxed in by limousines on 95 and shit. And he has some information about, I won't get into it, but stay tuned, and thanks for your support, everybody. Stay frosty.